Hello everyone, and welcome to another State of the Game video for N-Tier Student. Today I want to show you a few of the updates that we've been working on the past week. First of all, we have some new graphics here on the screen. You also notice that the crib name now, the location name pops out for a little while and then goes away to free up some real estate for possible other user interface messages. We've also tweaked some of the, balanced some of the action costs here override, but otherwise everything else looks familiar. Let's walk around and see what we can do. Let's start off. It's a good idea to start off to get some money right away. So let's go do that. I also like to buy some food right away. And now we're getting really low on both food and rest. So one of the things that we've changed now is that because we want to incur a cost for going here to your crib, it now takes twice as long to go to the crib and from the crib than anywhere else in town. So we have to keep that in mind now as we're running low on physical. That, as you see now, it takes 2 food and 2 rest. So now we're actually so tired that we can't cook. So we'll have to eat a healthy snack first. One of the things that I don't remember if I pointed out last time is that this cleanliness factor, which we're working on getting it to be more clear in the UI. The cleanliness factor is kind of like a location effect that makes it more, that affects your mental strength. So if you're doing anything in a nice and clean apartment, you feel better. If you're doing anything in a dirty, nasty apartment, you feel bad. And cooking and sleeping and stuff like that makes the cleanliness go down. But anyway, now we have a little bit of food. We're still a little bit below the threshold for being able to survive asleep. We'd starve in our sleep right now. So let's eat another healthy snack right away. Might have to buff that a little bit in order to make sure that you can just eat it once and then have enough energy to sleep. Anyway, now we can sleep. There we go. As you see, the cleanliness went down to just clean. All right, so let's take a look at the calendar, which has changed a lot. Take a look at this now. We have we're still currently only mentioning the lecture name here, which is a little bit you can see here that the lecture is not very nicely named, so we need to still change this so that we actually see what the actual lecture names are. This is sort of like just the name of the object, so it says something like History Lecture 2A, which isn't too funny. But if we go forward a couple of weeks, we see that we now can see the exams in the calendar as well as the deadlines for the various writing tasks. So here we go. That's the last things right there. So we see now that we have 3 weeks until the first exam, but then stuff starts coming quite hectically. So we have to get going. We have to get our learning on. Speaking of which, let's take a look here now. We don't have a lot of food, so let's maybe cook first of all, and then this place is on the average. Now the average is the sort of 0 thing. We won't gain or lose any mental by being, so we have full mental strength. I think we should utilize that and spend some time studying. Now let's take a look at the calendar here and see what's coming up. We have this Discovering Culture exam first, and the player doesn't know it yet because we don't have the UI thing, but it would be made clear that you should be somehow able to tell what subgroups are going to be on the exam. That's actually going to be like the first 5 of the first 5 subgroups on the Discovering Culture tab there on your right. So that's the Concept Basics, Terminology 1, Terminology 2, Methodology 1, and Methodology 2. Those things are on the exam. We haven't yet implemented the UI that tells the player this, but as the developer, I know that. So I could think, all right, I could start studying terminology or methodology. But we also have, let's take a look at the calendar. We have this history of heuristics writing task. So if we take a look at this study thing, that's the writing task. That's the Discovering Culture writing task. So we can see there that there's a light mental cost, and we currently don't have enough knowledge on discovering culture to do that. We actually need a bunch of lived experience to be able to do that. Again, that is not clear by hovering over it at the moment, but we are going to add that into the game so that the player knows what they need to study in order to start writing. Here we have, I wish to say, clarify the key terms of historical heuristics. So it means we have to know here some terminology. So let's see, we have terms of historical heuristics here. It has a high mental cost. So now we have a choice. We can start working on the sort of reading for the culture class, or we could start, which is a little bit easier. It's kind of light reading, or we can already start studying terminology so that we can get enough knowledge. Because right here's when we don't have enough knowledge on the history of heuristics, so we need more knowledge before we can start writing on it. So we can choose what do we want to start doing. Now, studying a book is only one way of getting the learning. A more efficient way of getting learning is actually making it to these lectures. But as it is the 1st of April today, we don't have any lectures today. We have the day. We have to be careful that we keep in mind we have a lecture tomorrow at 10. But right now we have sort of free time, and we have a lot of mental strength. So it would be a good idea to use that to study something. So let's study something that's hard. Let's spend an hour studying terminology. There we go. So we went down. We lost a good chunk of mental strength because that was a really hard book to read. And what did we gain after an hour's study? Well, a bit of progress on the terminology. And we still have a good bit of physical left, so maybe we want to try to improve. Right now we only have 34 max physical and stuff, so let's see if we can't increase that. Let's go for an hour's run and see what we can achieve from that. So now we gained a maximal 4 max physical, even though we used 8. So that means that when we sleep and things, we'll be able to get that much more effect. So let's take a look here. One of the problems we have right now is that we don't see, this is something I have to remember to write down in our Trello, we don't currently see how much food ingredients are used up when you cook. We see that we can gain 40 food. That's a little bit inefficient as we have a max food of 38. So I'm actually just going to eat a healthy snack right now. And then I'm going to have a sleep, even though this is also a little bit inefficient because I could gain 40 sleep. So maybe we could squeeze in a little bit more exercise before we go. Let's take a look. Let's set that to half an hour, which uses up 8, which is enough. We sweat. Okay, so we have a bit of a problem now because now we have exactly 16 food left, and that would mean we would just about pass out from hunger as we sleep. And that's rough. So let's eat another snack and compensate for that. And now we can sleep. And we have here another new feature. We see that the day changed. Now, it unfortunately currently is a little bit small, and it's right at the same place as this map and calendar button, so can't see it. So we're going to work on that and making it maybe about as big as this. Make sure that it's nice and visible when you do that. But it's now the 2nd of April. I'm going to be playing a little bit faster because I do want to show a one of the new features we have. But I also wanted to sort of talk through why I was doing what I was doing here. So we have a couple hours until class. So what should we do? Well, just so happens that our place is now dirty. So let's spend a couple hours cleaning this up. Woof. Oof. All right. That was rough, but it's now at least clean. So that means that now that it's clean, we should get a buff on anything we do in here. So it's now 8:15. Actually, hold on. Did that not? Ah, right. Yes, it takes 1 hour to do this. Yes, there you can see the time cost. I misread this 8. It's because it takes 8 rest because it's a medium activity, which takes 2 rest per tick, and 1 tick is 50 minutes in the game. Anyway, I got a little bit confused there. So we don't have time to cook. No, we don't have enough mental strength to cook. We could get enough mental strength to cook by eating a snack, but eating a snack would lower our max physical. And also then we wouldn't gain full efficiency, and it would just take 30 minutes to cook. So let's... Well, we're out of money. And this is a tricky situation now. Do we eat a snack, then cook, just to max out, to make sure we have enough energy to get through the day? Yeah, I think so. So that's removed 5 max physical there from us, but it gave us enough mental strength to cook. We could go for a quick run first, then cook. So the quick run would raise our maximum, allow us to get more efficiently, get this, we would, so if we get 40 food from a cook, then if we can raise our max for a little bit, it will use that a little bit more efficiently. So let's go there. And now you see we have 4 out of 41, which means that this cooking will be a bit more efficient for us. There we go. And now it's 9:15, and since it takes half an hour to get to the campus, I think it's time to go there. The lecture's going to begin soon, and you can already go in. You can actually, I think, if I remember correctly, you can go into the lecture hall half an hour early, and it will sort of... currently we just call it a pre-lecture thing. We might have some kind of action here that you can do before class, that we can maybe go into some social by chatting with your friends or something like this. That could be a fun thing to do. But for now, we're just doing this pre-lecture, and it doesn't give us anything. All right. So we are actually doing quite well here. We have a lot of mental. We have enough food and all that kind of stuff. So we can actually... let's just listen intently and make notes here. Before I do that too much, though, we have to remember that this is a double lecture. So we're going to have all in all 8 lecture actions. So we have to think about that as we're making decisions here. So I just used up 4 mental strength and I have 28 left. And I just said that there's going to be a total of 8 actions, lecture actions, because each double lecture has 4 things, or each hour of lecture has 2 decision points. So we could use 4 every time, but I think this has a requirement that if you try to listen intently, you need to have a certain amount. And so since this is this easy class, I think let's just listen a little bit more easily like this, and keep an eye also on our rest so we don't fall asleep in class. There we go. Welcome to Ho Ho Ho. So now that we're here, let's try to gain some more out of it. Okay, so it looks like we can still listen intently. Okay, now we need to have 15 mental strength to listen intently. So we ran out, but luckily we had saved a little so we could listen intently for the first hour. Now let's just listen. All right. Okay, we're getting a bit tired here, so I think I'm gonna have to do something about that. Find a place where we can chill. We don't have anything more today, so we could go home, try to raise our levels a little bit, maybe actually go to sleep right up, and then maybe cook. We are out of money, so we need to also think about getting money back. But let's take a look at the calendar again. Tomorrow is a day off, so we could spend tomorrow working out. We can hopefully oh, only 1 food left. Well, that's not ideal. I'd have to, if I slept now, okay, if I sleep now, that's 8 hours. That puts us to 10:30. That means that we can't go to the store and work. So we're gonna have to just take a quick power nap here, I think. Like so. Okay, now I have 8. It takes 8 rest to work to get money. And it takes 2 rest to get there and 2 rest to get home. So I'm gonna have to sleep a little bit more if I want to make sure, if I want to be able to go work. So let's do that. Oh, in the olden days, TV inspectors might come and check if you have a TV. If you had not paid license fee. Now they're just ghosts. You're convinced one of these ghosts are outside your crib right now. Oh no, no! No, that messes with all my plans. I spent an hour hiding from the ghost of the TV inspector. Oh no. Okay, well that's random events for you. Lovely. Okay. I'm gonna have to eat that last snack. And then take a quick rest and then go work. Okay, now I have 12. I need to rest one more time. There. Oh, roommate asked you for help with the school I'm struggling with. I'd get it social. But no, I'm sorry, I can't. I lost. Oh my goodness. Oh, my roommate hates me. All right. Okay. Well, it's 7:30. I have to try to work. So I have time. I have enough energy stuff to just do one little bit of work, and then I can buy that and head home. All right. So once again, I can't sleep because I'm too hungry. So I'm going to do this. The place is going to get dirty here now, but I have to sleep. All right, so, and now I have to eat another snack because I don't have the mental energy. And the problem here is it's dirty, so I'm actually going to lose mental energy. So one of the things I could be thinking about is there anywhere I could go and eat a snack that isn't at home? So I might want to try to go somewhere else and eat a snack. But the problem is I can't do that because I don't have the energy to go anywhere. So I'm going to just have to eat this snack. And I'm going to have to take a hit because I need to make sure I'm in this dirty place. And if I don't watch out, I'll have a mental break. So I'm going to eat an unhealthy snack. And as you can see, the plus 10 that I was supposed to get got negated because I'm in a dirty place. I'm sitting on my dirty bed having a Twix bar, and the Twix bars makes me go like, yay, and then I look at my dirty place and I go like, oh, and so I feel, neutral. All right, so, but that's that now. We are now able we should be able to clean our room, but it's a little bit tricky, this cleaning our room, because it says +2 here, but just then we didn't get +10 from eating a snack, which means that we might not be in a good mental space to clean our room right now. In fact, it's a little bit dangerous to do anything at all here. We need to sort of get out somewhere and do something which could lift our spirits a little bit. Now, what could that be? Let's see. If I remember correctly, we could go to the club room, but the problem is it's not open at this hour now because we're not a member. We can't afford Campus Sport. Oh man, let's see if we can go to the riverbank. Maybe there's a. Okay, so we got a message from the K-Store. Drop off work anytime for cash. We know about that. That's a one-off thing to sort of remind you that you can do that if you don't know. It should come a little bit earlier, but our event triggering system is a little bit wonky right now. Okay, so luckily here we can rest by the river and feel a little bit more alright. So that gets us 14 mental strength. We're also now fully rested, and we have 4 food left, so that's just enough time to go home. And we have to eat a snack first. Which took 10 of our thing. Oh, you know what? This is bad. This is bad. Now it's 8 o'clock. So that means we can go to 7-Eleven and have a snack. Okay, cool. So we don't have money. Oh, no. We don't have money. Well, we should have enough time to hang out here. Once. Oh, no. We don't have enough food to get home if I do it again. And I don't have enough money to snack. I don't have enough social to borrow from my friends. It looks like we're going to have to head home, bite the bullet. We're going to have a mental break. but we need to clean this place. Okay, yeah. All right, now it's clean. So now if we do something here, we should be able to, we should get a mental boost. So let's try that. Let's see the snack. Yeah, we got the boost. All right, but it's also Thursday now. So that mental break cost us a whole day of important time that we should. So we having a dirty room. We might want to maybe adjust those levels a little bit because my understanding is a little bit rough. But you also notice you really have to watch out. You do not want to let your room get that dirty if your mental strength is low, because then you get kind of caught in a trap. But we also want to try to make sure that this trap. We might want to. I think I need to boost the snacks mental value because we want to be able to make sure that people can get out of there. And having that be 15 or maybe even 17 or something would be able to offset that enough so that you can clean your room. We'll see. Or maybe the clean your room should raise your mental a little bit more. We'll see. We'll have to think about how to balance that. Anyway, now we're late for class. So let's go. Lecture. Okay, so we are not actually doing that well with mental strength. Let's yeah, we can't. Let's focus on chatting. Let's gain some social here. All right. So we have enough to manage 1 hour of work right now. So let's do that. And then let's take a look. How much time do we have until our next lesson? Not very much. We have enough food, so I think go in here. Oh, ray of sunshine. Wonderful. That's just something we needed just then. A little ray of sunshine to lift our spirits. The idea with those events is that they have some threshold values, that they have a higher degree likelihood of happening when you have certain values here. And we want to have that as try to help the player out a little bit, so that if you have a low certain value, then there's a chance that a random event will come and help you out. But it's like I said, the events are a little bit wonky at the moment, and there are not that many of them in the game yet. But we're planning on really expanding the amounts of events because we want this to be a sort of fun and surprising game that has a lot of sort of quirky content. It should not all be like constant guessing and numbers and comparing numbers and making choices, although that's a heavy part of this game. All right, so it's closed, and I could afford the membership now, but oh well. Let's go to the heuristics then. No, Nielsen's 10 heuristics. This is gonna be great. All right, so you saw there that there was a half an hour where you could just kind of sit. So let's I think we have the mental strength to be able to listen to all this. Just listen plain like that. We managed to pick up a good bit of the basics of heuristics here now, so that's at least good. At a sort of discount, because lectures are a very effective place to do this. And one of the problems right now, we don't have an inventory screen, so I don't actually know how much food we have at home. Although that could be kind of realistic. You might not remember how much food you have at home at any given moment. So I think let's go home, try to see what's what. All right, so we don't have enough mental strength to cook a meal. That should be lowered, I think, because oh, that is low. It's only 10. So if I go for a run, no, then I could rest here to get mental strength up, and I think I will, because the clean house, and then I could cook, and then I could clean the place up, and now I think it's time to sleep, even though our max phys is a bit low, but I think this is the best action right now anyway. There we go. So sleeping, as long as your max physical is under 50, then sleeping actually boosts it up a little bit. All right, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. It's Friday. We don't have classes, so I think this is a great opportunity to do some kind of studying of some kind. Let's see what we can do. Here we see a tooltip that we now have enough knowledge on history of heuristics to write really effectively. This little bar here tells us how efficient would our writing be right now. If we look here down here, we can't even start. We don't have enough writing to do that, but here we have a very efficient. So I think that sounds like a sign. Let's spend 2 hours and get started on our writing assignment here. It's gonna take a little bit of food and stuff, but that's fine. Then we can cook. And this is average right now. We are a little low on food. All right, and we can't, the store isn't open yet, so I could spend an hour cleaning the place up. And then buy some food. Yeah, let's go and work. Oh, it's not open yet. Oh yes, I realize now why that is. We'll go to, we can't go there, port is closed. We go to campus. And from here, now it's open, so we can go. It's a little bit wonky because it should look at what time you will arrive instead of what time it is right now, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's work some. Let's buy some food ingredients. Now we still have 10 euros left, and we're going to need that. It's 8:30. And we are getting a bit tired. We go home, do a quick exercise, and then sleep. Let's see how that turns out. So there we go. It's 9 a.m. We have 10 sleep, so we can do a half an hour run. Bob, get up to 46. We now need to eat a snack. Sleep. There we go. We have lots of everything now. Let's do some studying before we... Yeah, let's take a look at this. Let's see. We right now, we don't... if we wrote now, we'd spend a lot of time and wouldn't get anywhere. So let's not do that. Instead, let's take a look at how we're doing. We have... it's more than a week to the exam still, so we have plenty of time, but we could start reading, studying a little bit on the culture class. So let's do that. Let's do the... how much did we have in the... I already know more than half of the concept basics. I don't need more than that. Let's go to terminology. Spend a good 2 hours studying terminology. Oh, I almost passed out. Goodness. How did that do? All right, that's a good chunk of knowledge in terminology. Let's eat, womp, and clean, womp. There we go. It's 9 p.m. And let's take a look what happened next. So we have a cult class at 10. So one thing that we're going to show too is like the weekend update thing has changed a little bit. I'm going to show that to you in a little bit as the weekend's going to change. Let's take a look now. What's going on? 42. Let's study. What's more fun than studying? Nothing. That's right. Study for 2 hours. Womp. And in fact, let's study for 1 more hour. And whoop. You see, as we come to midnight on Friday, it sort of scoots past the weekend, and we get to 8 a.m. I'm 1 day, so now I have a couple hours until school starts. It means that I'm a little bit tired. I didn't sleep very well in the night. This is something that you have to factor in a little bit right now, because the game is a bit wonky in that, and so you have to know that it skips from midnight Friday to 8 a.m. Monday, and consider your rest levels and stuff appropriately. There is also, we need to work on that update thing, because if you go to sleep at 11 p.m. on Friday, you would actually sleep till 3 p.m. on Monday, which is not ideal, as you can probably imagine. So we are going to need to tweak that issue a little bit. But, you know, that is what it is. All right. Well, I think that shows you a certain amount of how things are going right now. I'm going to release 2 shorter videos. This was sort of the gameplay video that shows you the current state of gameplay, and things, and some of the decisions that you have to think about and make, and how things affect other things. I'm going to release just 2 shorter videos. One that showcases how writing tasks look like, what they look like when you complete them, and one video that shows how exams work. But stay tuned for those. Those will be 2 shorter, separate videos, and hope you tune in for them as well. And because they are some of the latest developments we've been doing and adding. And we're actually very close to a version of the game where you can actually play through the game and get a score. So we're looking forward to that, and I hope you are too. But yeah, this is it for the sort of gameplay video, and I hope you join me for the previews of the writing task and the exam. See you then. Bye.